Hello my beautiful badgers, Messi Coder back again with another live dev interview, this time with Code Respawn, creators of Dungeon Architect, which is both for Unity and Unreal. So you can create amazing levels no matter what engine you're using. And it's not just dungeons, you can create any type of level really with Dungeon Architect, even 2D Mario style games you can create with Dungeon Architect. It really needs to be renamed, and since this video was made, it's been improved even more, and it's currently on a sale. Also over on the Unity Asset Store. This interview with Code Respawn was a lot of fun, so sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you all in a second. So everyone sitting at home in front of your Amazon mirrors, your Google watches, your Alexas and your microwave computers, give a warm and messy welcome to Code Respawn, creator of Dungeon Architect, Ali. Ali, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm very happy to have you here. People in the chat, people like Wizards and many, and people like we just had on, Brian and Tyler, already own Dungeon Architect, and everyone's saying about how wonderful it is and what I should be checking. Roland on the Unity forums also told me to check out your Mario builder. The people are already giving me a list of things that I need to talk to you about. Normally they paste them in the Discord, they put the questions and say, or in the chat. Now people are posting them in the Unity forums to say, don't forget to ask Ali X, Y and Z. People love your product. Do you know why?
I'm happy to hear that.
It's not just a Dungeon Architect, it's everything Architect, Ali.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of builders. So Dungeon Architect has a concept called builders. So basically these are dungeon generators, and this allows you to extend it, and extend it further to add your own types of builders. So there are quite a few in the launchpad if you have a look at it. So
people can make their own builders. So I'm not just restricted to your builder.
Yes. So it also allows me as a developer to extend this easily without breaking anything or modifying any of the existing code. You could just go ahead and extend and add new stuff without breaking anything that's already there.
That's brilliant. How long have you been working on this?
So this is something I started back in April of 2015, and back then that was for Unreal Engine, and 6 months later I started working on Unity, the Unity version.
So you started on the Unreal one first?
Yeah, actually this was the reason I made this was to fulfill a need for one of the games I was making. Then I realized that this would make for a nice tool that others can also work with, right? So it started from there, and around start of 2016-ish or late 2015 I started working on the Unity version of it. So yeah, it's come a long way since then. 5 years we've been updating, adding a lot of stuff.
And you won an award as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, back in 2016 we won the Asset Store award.
Are you allowed to be nominated for the award again?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't know, but I don't know.
Oh wow, so you can actually generate a grid system type city?
Yep.
This is like, do you remember the game Mafia? Was it Mafia or Mobsters? Mobsters, that was the one.
Yeah.
So hang on a minute. This is a proper city generator now.
Yeah, so you have options for adding bigger buildings as well. So in this demo you just see buildings of the same size, but I believe there's another sample there that shows you how to add bigger blocks like parking lots, stadiums and whatnot. So you can customize all of this from the theme engine. So this started out as a... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Tell me how it started out?
This city builder started out as an example to show how you can easily extend this extend this in on to build anything you like. So I made this as an example. It started off as an example project, and then it turned into a full builder. You also have circular cities, and
This is
so what you're seeing here is the.
This is crazy. Big Game is asking,
Yeah, so,
what algorithms
what
do you use? Wilson's, recursive depth search, or something else? That just sounds like it's talking Greek to me.
Yeah, I use quite a lot of graph theory stuff. So you will see a lot of tree searches, graph search, and for some of the more advanced builders like the GridFlow builder, there's a lot of graph theory over there because it allows you to create your own paths and stuff. We can look at that as well later on.
Mate, where did you learn all this stuff?
Well, I've been coding for some time. When I started programming, graphics was something that interested me. So I've been coding for like 20 years. So a little bit here and there over time. I just learned all of this. Also, I was involved in competitive programming. The stuff like Topcoder and the like. So there you'll get to learn a lot of algorithms. So that was useful. I also built a few game engines in the past. Just for learning because graphics interest me, computer graphics. So all of that added up, and it helps in the end.
Well, basically, the answer is you're a genius, is what you wanted to say.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, this is
just a bit of it.
No, seriously, this is crazy. So this is the
press the spacebar, I believe, here to.
My word. Is this difficult to learn though? I mean, it feels like I'm a little bit overawed. Like, do I need to sit and practice and read lots of manuals and watch lots of videos to learn how to do this stuff?
Folks, they say that it does. There is a little bit of learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty powerful. So I suggest you give it a try. We do have documentations. With a lot of images, detailed documentations, and video tutorials as well. So you can have a look at it, and the docs are pretty detailed. I updated them recently. So.
Well, you've got a Mario clone as well. Where's the
Yeah.
Mario? I mean, how does the Mario one? Is that like is it a never-ending spawning endless runner kind of thing, or is it
no, it's not an endless runner, but we do have a infinity framework that allows you to build infinite dungeons. So it basically creates chunks on the fly. Space doubles.
So this is now you're procedurally generating where this is done now, or
Yep.
is this baked?
Yeah, so what you would do is create chunks and then use those chunks to create bigger chunks. And oops, there's a bug over there. But that's with the character controller. I think you need to restart.
Naughty character controller.
You need to. So I need to restrict the movement along the Z axis.
I broke it already. Yeah, I'm up here. So if I wanted it to change every time I loaded up this level, would I be able to do that?
Yeah, you can. You can do that for basically any dungeons. You just have to change the seed value. So seed is a number that controls the overall layout. So you.
Is it this one here? Can you
yeah,
still
go
see
ahead.
the
Just
screen?
change it to some. Yeah.
So if I change it to 69,
you can do the seed with a script. Yeah.
There you go. And then when I click play, is it just going to be completely different now?
Yeah.
Oh, it did as well. It's different. Oh my word. Is it different, or is it just me? No, it's not. I was like, there's a block. Let's move the block forward. No. Is it different? I can't tell. Oh no, it's different in that it's broken.
No,
I broke it
you
again.
need to
Yay, I broke
no,
it.
you need to build the dungeon.
I broke
Because
the character controller again. So, how do I rebuild the dungeon?
just go ahead and build it.
Do I click
Destroy
destroy
and then
done?
build the
Destroy dungeon. That sounds like a good button. Can I click the destroy dungeon button?
There is a button up there. Yep.
If I click this destroy one, what happens?
No need to destroy. Just go ahead and build it.
Oh, I wanted to destroy things.
Oh no. Okay, just try it.
123. Build. Now it's done it different. 99. 12. 76 in order for Gilda. Woo! I'm going to click destroy. Haha! Destroyed everything. But it's back again. I like that. You can do it runtime though. Oh, I can do it runtime. This is crazy. So then how does it know what to do then? Hit destroy, don't change seed, hit the build, and the same dungeon comes back. Yeah, because it's the seed. You know, I understand that part. So if I go to the theme, how do I find the Mario theme? So here's the Mario theme.
You just click on the...
So what I don't understand is, Ali.
Yep.
I've got... these are the prefabs then, is that? What's this tile thing? So then there's a... I create a tile. Or is this just a normal prefab?
Yeah, we just drag and drop it onto the theme editor.
So it's any prefab would be...
Any prefab, anything with your logic, your NPCs, whatever. You can have sprites as well. You can have lights, you can have anything.
But then how does it know where to stick the ground and where to stick the wall and where to stick things?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this is the responsibility of the builder. Like I said, we have many different dungeon builders. And when the builder generates the level for you, it's going to emit something called a marker all around your level. So a marker is just an invisible point. So wherever a ground is expected, it would go ahead and emit a marker called ground. And then when you are building your dungeon, it's just going to come to this theme file and look for a marker named ground, which you see over here. And this is going to go ahead and take everything that you assign underneath it and spawn it into the world. So that's about it.
And how do I make my own? I'm jumping a mile ahead. How do you make your own temp builder then? If I go, you know what, I'm going to make my own builder.
You can start with one of these simpler ones like Mario Builder.
Also, I can edit one of these.
Yeah, you just go ahead and create your own scripts. So if you look at the prefab that you just used to build the dungeon.
Okay, this one here.
Yeah, so you see a bunch of scripts attached to it.
Oh yeah, there's a Mario Builder script.
Right, so you just create these 4 scripts, one for config, one for builder, one for model.
So I can edit this Mario script?
You would create a new one, just simply copy this stuff and use it as a template. And then go ahead and assemble a new prefab and add your new scripts onto this. You're done. You create your own own builder.
Oh, so where do you live, Mario? Mario, where are you hiding? Dude, this is mental. This is crazy. You can do anything. You got to change the name of your asset. Do you know what you should do? You should change the name of the asset, and then it will trick Unity. They won't realise it's the same asset that you already won an award for, and then you can put it back in for another award.
Yeah, we can try that.
That actually would work. So where do I find the original script of your builders? Are they in a special folder?
Yeah, just go ahead to the root.
Okay.
Go all the way up. And
The
you
big
see
one.
a folder called you see a folder called Dungeon Architect. This is all under samples. You don't want to see the samples. Dungeon Architect.
Yep. And
folder.
Then scripts.
So all the stuff resides inside of the scripts.
Oh, there's Mario.
Now inside scripts you have core and the builders. So all of these are builders. You create your own.
Found him. He was hiding from me. He was hiding. He didn't want to be found. He was like, leave me alone. I know, you're going to come and live with me. I don't want to live with you. Yes, you do. No, I don't. It's scary in there. No, you're coming with me. No, I like it in a dungeon. You come out of the dungeon. You're going to come and live with me. I'm your daddy now. No, no. Yes, yes. I'm going to make you into Messi model. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You're going to be called Messi model, aren't you? Yes, you are. No, I don't like to change my name. It's too late. Your name's changed. You can't help it. No. Yes, it's happening. Mario tile type. I'm going to call you Messi tile type. Messi tile type. I'm going to call you Messi tile as well. Messi tile. And you're going to be Messi model. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Oh. Messi, I just had to hit the mute button. My wife is throwing dirty looks. Get your wife on the stream. Messi config. So I just go around and I rename these to my new ones. I'm going to change this one as well. Change that so people can see. I'm allowed to show people what I'm saying. So I'm changing this one to say Messi level chunky rule. Messi chunky. And Messi config. Okay, so I've done that. So that's nice.
You probably need to refactor it rather than rename it, because this is referenced elsewhere.
Oh, am I just doing this really in a really bad way of doing it then?
You can, but if you have a refactoring tool, then
I have nothing. I'm far too cheap to do anything, dude. Messi builder. How long? I mean, I'm gonna say, like, this is. How long did it take you to get to this point now? Are you like spending every minute of every day working on this?
On Dungeon Architect?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of other side projects as well over the years. So I released some open source projects for Unreal, and there's also some experimental stuff going on.
Oh, sounds secret. Is this secret stuff that we're not?
But kind of. There is a city builder that I'm working on. I had to put that on hold for a while.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are you allowed to talk about that, or are we not allowed to?
Yeah, you can. We do have some. Let me show you real quick.
He's sharing things. He's sharing things. Let's see. Go to the Discord. I am so excited about this. This is crazy. Let's see, let's drag that. Oh, what did I just do? Drag that in. And then drag that one back in. There we go. Did I just mess that up? I probably did mess that up. So, procedural, let's open that in the browser. Gonna copy that, stick that in the other browser. Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, so this is this was generated on the at runtime. This is for UE4 right now. So it generates roads and building blocks, stuff. Still a work in progress.
Oh my god. And it's in Unreal. Come on, stick it in Unity.
Yeah, so
It's the GTA map. And it's got overpasses and underpasses and bridges and things.
that is planned at the moment. No, but you'll have bridges, subways, and all of that stuff.
Oh my gosh. Dude. This is
I had to
insane.
learn quite a lot of spline theory in this because you need to work with splines and stuff. So there's also tooling for adjusting the roads and manually adding moving around roads and creating your own blocks and stuff. Still very, very early, probably after a while.
I'm drooling. I'm actually having to wipe my chin because the drool is coming down. This is insane. I want it.
Yeah.
This is
So
crazy.
this is
Dude, this is insane. Oh my word. And this is a team of you working on this, or is this just you?
no, it's just me for now.
Just you? Oh my god.
But that is the problem though. I don't get much time. Hopefully we'll grow soon.
Oh my
But for
word.
now it's just me.
Look, chat knows that I'm always looking for a city build, for good city builders, real city builders, real ones, not your pretend ones. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Oh my, I'm gonna have to pop over to Unreal then. I think he's lost the plot. I have lost the plot. I think Missy has lost chat. Open
So
the
let's try
GridFlow
the
builder.
how about we try the GridFlow builder?
Yeah, so I've actually
So
opened
that's
up the
the new
GridFlow
thing I
builder.
added about.
So
Yeah,
this
it's a new thing I
is
added about a year ago.
what is the GridFlow, and why have I got these boxes here? What's this about?
Oh, you have a older version though. I think your version is pretty old.
Oh, I downloaded
you
it
mind
today from the
updating it?
store.
What is your Unity version?
2019.4.15.
Okay. Alright, it's fine. The UI is a bit off.
Ah,
I fixed this a while ago, a few months ago.
oh dear.
But that's okay. It's not
That's
an issue.
Unity for you. Makes every time a gift, whichever version you open up in. So what does it do? What is this?
So this is the grid builder. It's something that I've started working on it last year, and I think it really gives you a lot of power. So what it does is, if you click on the nodes on top of the execution graph, so you're in the execution graph right now, just go ahead and click on the nodes. Start with the create grid node.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see how it grows. So it shows you how your dungeon was built. So here you specify that you want to create a main path, and then you give in the configuration of your main path.
So this
is your right. So the way you do it is you start by designing your dungeon in an abstract layout graph. So this is a very high level graph. We don't really care about the details here, just the high level overview.
Okay.
Right. So with the create grid, you're giving the system an initial grid to work with. Right, and then everything you do will be on this grid. So now you want to create a main path which has a start and a goal.
So on this grid, when I'm clicking on these little balls, what do I do?
You've maximized it, so you can see the properties if you.
If I get out of the, okay.
Yes, you've maximized the window. Now click on the node itself, not these nodes. The one on the execution graph. The ones on the execution graph, the create main path node.
So we've got...
Right, so here's where you define your properties. So how long do you want the path to be? So the size is 10. And you have a path name, which is set to main. And this name would be used, this would be used. You can eventually, later on down the path, you can refer these names so that you can emit out of this branch or merge back into this branch. And if you click on the nodes that come after this, you can see how that was done.
So there we've got key path main branch. So it comes out here.
So I use this for the key room, and here's where I'm going to place my key later on. So I made a room just to place the key, and that key is going to lock create a lock somewhere around this main path. Now here we have created an alternate path, and this alternate path goes out of the main path and then merges back into the main path. And that is what we've done in the configuration here, where we say start from path is set to main, end on path is set to main. Now also, if you notice notice there's a path name variable called ALT. You can give anything you like, but if you give a name, you can refer this path later on if you want to emit something off of this branch and or not.
And I've got Alt 2, another alt path.
Yeah, so use this. So this is a procedural system where once you've designed this, you can create infinite variations of this of your dungeons that follow the rules that you specified here. So this creates a very powerful way for you to design your levels, and then if you say created 4 to 5 different graphs like these, then your game would not be predictable or repeatable. It would be more fun for your players to play your games. Your dungeons would be more fun.
Wow. Wizard says, this is worth 10 times the store price if you're serious. Given a dev to build a custom builder, this is an amazing framework. Even as a solo hobbyist, it's really powerful. So Third Trapper's asking, are there any big games using it? It seems like there should be.
Yeah, there have been some in Unreal, and some of the guys from EA were also using it.
Wow.
But I don't know whether released it yet.
Deirdre Ray Studio reckons that City Skylines could be using it. You just might never know. They could be using it, you just wouldn't know unless they tell you.
Yeah.
So what's this red line here now, going from one to the other?
So here we're going to create a key lock system. So if you look at the properties, we have a input for a key branch and a lock branch. So if you remember when we created a path back with the create path node, we specified a name for the branch. Right?
Yeah, we call it alt.
Now, so you can refer those branches over here while creating the key lock. So you have an option. You can specify where you'd like to have your key and where you'd like to have your lock. And the system is smart enough to create a level where it's always playable. So you'll never find a key that is behind a lock.
Yeah, that'd be pretty depressing.
Right. Yeah. And you can have multiple key locks and they all just work.
This is amazing.
So in this case, I have my key placed in the key room, and I have a lock somewhere on the main path. I have another key lock system. I have another key lock for the treasure room, and that key is somewhere in the alternate path, and it's guarding the treasure room that is coming off of the alternate path.
We've got a question. Snap Flows allows for predefined rooms to be inserted. Is it possible to insert rooms using the GridFlow?
Yes, so I'm working on a new update. It's right now for Unreal Engine, and I've been working on it for the last 4 months or so. It's been a challenge, but I'm very, very happy with how things worked out. So I'm going to release it over there. So basically, this graph that you see here, the overlay layout graph, that now works on 3D. So you'll have more info on this in a few months, but that is done, at least for Unity, and the problem is solved. It works, and you can have your snap rooms working with your GridFlow graph. So hopefully in a few months from now.
Wow. Everyone's excited. Yes, great. Wow. Have you seen the traffic system that we had on the stream the other day by oh my god, my brain's just gone. My brain's actually frozen. My brain to go. You've caused my brain to freeze. Turn the game on. Exactly. Turn the game on. My brain just goes like turn. It was like I keep calling him turn on the game, and I'm like his name's not turn on the game. So what's his name? And I couldn't even get the name flipped around the other side. Give me an exclamation mark traffic in chat, please. Exclamation mark traffic in chat.
Simple traffic system.
So have you seen his amazing traffic system that he's done?
Simple traffic system?
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm looking at it right now.
Here you go, the link's in chat. Well done, well done. It would actually be really good to have this linked up. I'm dumbfounded. This is look. Got some things. Spawn distribution paths. What's this little thing do? This is crazy. Not everyone has to spam traffic in chat.
It looks very nice, simple traffic.
It is very nice. And he's in the Discord as well. He's in the Mexico Discord that you joined. Now that you're in with all of the cool kids. We haven't had any raffles yet. We can't announce a winner, you cheeky bugger, so Goku.
Right, so now you can spawn items in your in the node. So once you've designed your paths, you've created your key locks. Now you can specify where you'd like to. You can go ahead and specify that I'd like to have a bunch of enemies in these nodes or a bunch of enemies in these paths, and then I want to have say treasure chests in my treasure room, and basically anything. And when you look at the, if you click on the spawn item node,
yeah, but before I go to that one, here, why is there loads of E's here and a K and an L? Oh, it's a key and a lock.
Right.
Why is there loads of E's here, but only 2 E's there and 1 E there, and 3 and 2?
Yeah. So these little annotations, they are items that you have spawned into the node using the spawn item node, and E stands for enemy because that's what you have chosen from the drop down list in the item type. If you look at the properties.
Yep.
Right, and there is a placement method. If you look at it somewhere down below.
Oh, okay, random tile
method. Right, and you have random tile, so that comes from later on. If you look at the spawn method, you have something called the curve difficulty.
That's what this little green
so the curve difficulty. Right, so the curve difficulty increases the number of enemies as you get closer to the goal node. Right, so you don't want to spam your player with too many enemies while you are just spawning off of the room. Right, so maybe you collect a bunch of health packs along the way or get a more powerful weapon. So you have that option of increasing the spawn count based on the curve difficulty, and quite a lot of other options as well. You also have an option to write your own logic using a script. So you're not restricted to the options that I specify as a developer. You can write your own and customize it without going and modifying the code of Dungeon Architect itself.
Oh man, it's like magic.
Right, you can control the difficulty curve from that green line. So if you want to have more enemies at the spawn point, or you want to have more health packs at the spawn point, you can just invert the curve or just give your own curve. If you click on that, it'll show up the curve editor.
So now I've flipped it.
Yeah, if you build it again,
and then I go.
You need to build the dungeon.
Where's the buildy bit?
There's a small play icon right below the execution graph window.
Oh wow!
Not that one. Not there. We want to build it within the editor.
That one there.
Right. So now you see it would have been flipped.
Wow.
Whatever node you were spawning. So you get more stuff. So the one connected right after the start node, you see that it has more enemies now, and then it just reduces as you go forward.
Oh.
So you specify your own curve, or you give your own, write your own script logic if you want it.
Oh my god. This is lovely. Oh my, I'm seriously, I'm dribbling. I'm actually having to wipe my face because my mouth is stuck open in shock. Wow. This is crazy. You can make anything. You can make an entire You can make any type of game in this effectively, because you just go, well, make my game. This is the make my game button.
And the new update I was talking about, the Snap GridFlow, where I merged these two, I've done a major rewrite of this system. And what I've done is I've turned all of these windows that you see here into reusable domains of sort, and that becomes like super extensible. So in the future, I'm going to have voxel support for this, caves, 3D, and quite a lot of things. So a lot of new exciting updates are going to come for this in the near future, in the coming months.
Is there any type of art asset that wouldn't work with this?
Well, that's hard to say. Do you have anything in mind?
Well, I've got if somebody give me an exclamation mark Max Dungeon in chat. So I've got obviously the stuff from Mana Station Studio, Mana Station Dungeons works because he provides even the scripts of your stuff are in there, like missing items, and then when you load up, they magically appear on them when you've got Dungeon Architect in your scene. So obviously that works with it because he uses it for making his stuff. So that's a good one. But like if I go to Aquarius Max's and we find some dungeon, I don't know, where's his prefabs? Maxi, where's your prefabs in your thing? Demo scene. So you know what? Let's load up a demo scene. And I'm going to save this, so I don't want to break it. My God, this grid thing is amazing. I need to sit there and watch all of your videos. I was going to go to bed after this and sleep, but I might just sit here and watch your videos on your YouTube channel and learn how to do loads of stuff. Because this is insane. This is truly insane.
Yeah, you can join our Discord channel as well.
Oh yeah, let me put a link to your Discord in the chat. I already am a member of your Discord. I spammed on your Discord that you're here. Let me put your Discord in the channel. Oh my word. That's the best description I can make, everyone in chat now. The best description I can make is that's it. That's the noise I can make. Why is it not letting me generate an invite? Am I not allowed to generate invites for your Discord? How do I generate?
Yeah, I disabled it. There were some spammers.
Dirty spammers.
Let me give you a link.
Yeah, give me a link in the chat.
I'll give it to you after a bit. Hopefully sometime. I need to configure something. Okay, let me do that.
Oh my word. This is crazy. I love this. Look at it, and he's building a whole city. Would love more of the art asset integration. So it's difficult. They seem to break when those assets get updated. But like 3D Forge blueprints, they're a great time setter, a great selling point for hobbyists. Yeah, you're integrating with other amazing kits. You just drag and drop. It's pretty easy to do.
That's a very nice art asset. I didn't know about this.
Aquarius Max. Oh yeah, he's lovely. He's also Ali. He's also active on our Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in chat. So when you joined my Discord, Ali, you joined quite possibly the best Discord community in the universe. I have to say, with over 100, I think 120 asset store publishers, members on the Discord, and the good thing is that the Discord users don't end up using it as a customer support place. So I was worried that everyone would just spam the asset publishers who joined the Discord, going, I've got a bug, can you help me? Because it's not their Discord, it's out, it's my Discord, so it's not, they didn't go there to do customer support. So people don't actually do it, but they do message, like going, by the way, can I contact you if I need help? And they go, yeah, sure, you can contact me if you need help. So it's a way of introducing people and basically also not just customers but other asset publishers have got to know each other through the Discord and meet and make friends and help each other out. So I find it's really good. I have my own city with 3D Forge too. Lovely. So if I look at one of these,
is this from 3D Forge?
No, this one's Aquarius Max's dungeon.
I see.
For his new temple sets that he does.
Okay.
So if I look at this piece here, this prefab. So you look at this prefab that he's got for the wall. It's something like this. So could I use and these pillars?
Yeah. So DA comes with two different, basically two broad classifications. If you classify it broadly, you have two different ways of building it. One way you build it using the theme engine that you've seen.
Yeah.
The theme editor that you saw. So the theme editor works in a very modular level where you can provide pieces like these, the walls and the pillars and the ground, and it's going to completely take over and build the procedural world for you using the pieces that you and then assign those pieces that you have specified. The other way of building it is using something called the snap builder. So what the snap builder does is it just stitches together existing rooms that the artist has created, and then it builds your dungeon. So we can look at that as well later on. So since we have beautiful rooms already created by the artist over here, you can just take these as individual set pieces and then stitch these rooms together. And the way you do that is through another graph editor called the graph grammar rule editor.
Oh, so where's that one?
You'll find it in the launchpad. So if you go to the launchpad and go to these samples.
Yep.
Samples category.
Snap builder.
Samples on the if you scroll down a bit, you see snap builder. Yeah, the first one.
I'm just scrolling, looking at. Jesus. What the heck? What? This scrolling never stops. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh wow. Okay, sorry, I was just distracted by just how much stuff you've got here. So I find the snap. Okay.
The second category.
Snaps demo procedural graphs. Which one do I want to click?
Yeah, the first one, snap demo.
Okay.
Right.
And then I click clone scene or open scene.
Clone, anything would do. Open would also do. If you wanna modify it, you can. Clone is great if you don't want to modify. If you don't want to worry about modifying the source, you clone it and then do whatever you like with it. If you want to open it, just go ahead.
So I'll delete the project afterwards and start it again because I'm just here to break things that are out.
All right.
Wow.
So now if you go back to the scene view.
Yep.
Yeah. Select the scene view.
And
yeah, just build the dungeon.
Okay, so I go. Where's the build dungeon? Build dungeon.
The same way, if you select the dungeon object, you will get the build dungeon.
So now I've got spawn room shop. Ooh.
Right. So these are all set pieces. In the previous example, you've seen those beautiful rooms, right?
Yeah.
You could just take those and then pass them on to the system and say, all right, go ahead and stitch these rooms together. And if you look at it, there is a layout to this. If you go ahead and open up, if you select the dungeon snap the game object, you could see the rules that were defined to build this layout. All right, now if you click on the dungeon flow, let's close it. The dungeon flow right below the modules.
This thing.
Right.
Here.
So these are the If you can double click and open that up.
So that's quite. I'm a bit scared as soon as I see that. I say, wow, it's a lot of windows. Or should I not be scared?
Maybe we can maximize this.
This feels so powerful.
Right. So what you do here is, this is the start rule, right? Where you map the start node, and this is a great place to specify a very high level graph of how your dungeon you would want your dungeon to be. So if you look at the RHS graph and scroll around the RHS graph.
Where? Oh, here, this one here.
Right. So this is a graph grammar, and the way grammars work is they work on substitution. We start with a node called S, and then we're going to replace that with this graph, right? So we say, all right, I want a spawn room, and then I want the spawn room to connect to a room graph. Now you see that there's a node called room graph, and we're going to expand that node room graph into a bunch of rooms.
Yeah.
Eventually, right? But for now, we don't care about it because this is the starting rule. And then coming off of it, we want a shop, we want a teleporter. Coming off of different paths, we want a key, which is guarded by a mini boss. So this is just one of the many graphs that you can create, right? Say if you create like 10 graphs like these and then throw it into your dungeon, it will not be predictable, right? Your players, if they've played your dungeons 100 times, made 100 runs in it, they would not they will get a different one, the ones that you've designed. So now when you run this graph, it's going to create infinite variations of your layouts in the result graph that follow the rules that you have specified here. So there's this procedural thing over there. Now in the execution graph, the blue window,
You've got entry, start rule,
right?
run
So
once.
yeah, so all of these rules, these are the rules that you'd like to execute. So you start with the here you say I want to execute the start rule, and then I want to grow the rooms and stuff. So these are the rules that you see on the left side, the rules that you defined
Oh,
over
these
there on
ones
the
here,
left.
this rule list.
Yeah, you just drag and drop them up in the execution graph. You want to execute any other rule, just drag drop it. You drag it and drop it into the execution graph.
What?
And then you just link them up together. Right,
How
so
do
if you want to see
how
how
do I link this to that one?
just hold your mouse. The UI is a bit messed up, but you can just hover the mouse on the yeah, you see the on the border of the node.
Ah,
If you
okay.
hover the mouse on the border of the node,
Add start rule, grow rooms, finalize
yeah, over
rooms.
there, yeah, over there, and just connect.
Can I add it? Wow, what the heck? Oh my gosh. This is mental. This is so powerful. It
Right,
feels overwhelming, but at the same time, it feels like if you use it a couple of times or learn how to use it, that it just becomes second nature to you.
Yeah, you just spend a little bit of time get used to it, and it gives you quite a lot of power. So yeah, so the first rule is we start with right after entry we have the start rule, and then with the start rule you have a bunch of abstract room graphs, right? Now we're going to turn the room graphs. We want to grow the room graph. So if you look at the grow room rule, if you click on the grow rooms item in the rule list,
So
the one on the left,
Yep.
the one on, not this one, the one on the left, you see a list of rules, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So here I say that wherever you find so here you have LHS graphs and RHS graphs.
So what was the LHS graph?
Right, LHS stands for left hand side, RHS right hand side, and the way rules work is they're just substitutions, right? It is going to look for patterns that you've specified on the LHS, and it's going to replace it with one of the graphs on the RHS, right? So you see that on the LHS I said that just go ahead and find anything that has a pattern with a room graph in it. Now I want to take that and replace it with an extra room with one of these two. What this does is it adds one extra room to the final graph. Now if you keep running this like 10 times, you will have 10 rooms. This would expand to 10 different rooms coming off of the room graph. So yeah, it's explained properly in the documentations. If you there's a lot of detailed docs with videos. So
how did you tell it here to run 3 or 4 times though?
Yeah, that's a good question. If you look at the grow rooms, I see run 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
You can set this from the properties. You can
So if I get out of the
window,
maximize.
So, yeah, you have
there
to
it is.
Set it from the details.
Do you know what would be nice if you had that because so you can have this maximized and not worry about having that. But then if you had 2 monitors, you'd be alright, I suppose. If you got 1 monitor, it might be a little bit awkward. Just have like an Odin kind of interface kind of thing here. So you could click on it and it just gives you the
Yeah,
quick editor.
yeah, something to look for. Yeah.
Or don't
Let's
distract yourself with stupid things that I tell you, right?
No,
Because
these are I
you've
listen to
got
these.
no,
It's a
but
user
ignore
friendly.
me because you're doing that city thing. I just remembered. Just focus on the city thing and ignore everything else. And like
No,
eat.
that's on hold actually.
That's on
I'm working on
hold.
the next giant update for DA. So a lot of interesting stuff is coming
Oh
in the
man!
coming months. So
All right, you're
we're
not
gonna
allowed to
have
leave your
Voxer
house.
support.
Like, just send people out to get you food and make sure you get food and water. You're not allowed to leave. Every now and then you can go to the toilet, okay, and get to bed. But other than that, you've got to stay in front of the computer because there's too much magic inside your head that needs to come out. Oh my gosh. Oh my word, this is crazy. This is not what I expected. Thank you for exclamation mark Dungeon Architect in chat.
Yeah. We have so in the end the very last rule is insert corridors. So if you want to have a bunch of corridors between the rooms, you simply go ahead and do a mass replacement. And if you click on the let's have a look at the rule. So the pattern that I've specified is go ahead and search for anything that has two adjacent rooms to it, and you're going to take that and replace it with something like this where you have a corridor in between them.
I'm beginning to understand the logic of it.
Yeah. So now when you look at it, the final graph will have corridors between the rooms.
Exactly.
So this is like a pattern. Yeah, it's like a pattern matching engine that works with. So if you most of the programming languages, when we compile our code, right, we compile our C# code or we compile our C++ code. At the low level, they work with a very similar system called grammars, and this uses graph grammars where the pattern matching is done with this. So it gives you quite a lot of power. So you can take this system and use it with any art asset, right? There's no restriction. One of the assets that Mana Station has created, they ended up bundling a bunch of rooms, Dungeon Architect rooms and a graph. But you can do that with any asset, even the one that we've just seen.
Mate, you know what? I've got so many assets that I want to sit and play with and do stuff with, right? That I always distract myself. And I'm like, well, I need to do X, Y, Z, okay? But then I don't. Then something else comes along and shiny and distracts me. This seems to be the mother of all shinies. It's like all the stuff that I wanted to do involves me manually having to do some work. Okay, things. Gaia and Gina is great if you're doing open worlds and things, but then if you're doing even just a platformer that I want to do with my kids, and I'm like keep on going, I'm going to do platformer, but I have to do the level design, and it's such a pain in the ass doing the level design for the platform with my kids. But then I just go boom, look, Mario builder that you had everything that I wanted. So I just just change the art assets from what my kids make, and then they've got their little because my kids want to make a Mario game, and oh my gosh, Ali, I haven't even played with it properly, and it's now become one of my favorite assets on the asset store, and I've got how many have I got in my? Hang on, let me check how much have I got in my library. Let me just log into the asset store 1 second, okay? Just to qualify this statement that I'm about to make. I'm just going to qualify the statement I'm about to make to you, Ali. Right? And I want you to just take it as it's intended. Okay. My assets. How many have I got? Alright. I've got 1,225 assets in my assets. Right?
That's a lot of assets.
How many of those are free? About, I'd say maybe about 200 of those are free assets from the asset store. Okay. and about we've done 120 live dev interviews, 100 reviews. Of those, about 50% at best I might get gifted if I'm lucky, and you know, so that means I've purchased about 800 assets on the asset store in my time.
That's a lot.
I generally load them up, or I try to load them up, and then go, ooh, I'll come back and review this one for the stream later. So this asset now, out of 1,225 assets, is one of the most exciting assets that I have in my collection out of 1,000.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. You just let me know what you create, and you know, we also have a I'm always happy to see what people create, because you know, the artistic creativity that folks create.
Don't call me. I'm in no way an artist, man.
No, but still, the art assets that we have in the asset store, and that's one of the most powerful things about Unity, right?
Exactly. That's what makes it beautiful.
As a programmer, I'm like horrible at it, but I have access to so many amazing art assets, and using it with this really helps. So yeah, exciting times.
Let's do exclamation mark. Oh, why is it not working? Exclamation mana. Why is the mana station one not working? Exclamation mark. We made a mana station. Okay. Telling you what, you've flustered me so much I can't even learn how to spell all my commands were they previously made. So there we go. Multi-dungeon. That's the link to Mana Station's multi-dungeon, and there's the link to Mana Station's temple. And if I do a exclamation mark max, there's Aquarius max. And if I do astrofish, astrofish Chris, what the heck is the astrofish ones? You know what? Astrofish is another one that's amazing. Have you seen Astrofish?
Nope. I'll have a look.
There you go. HD Village. Let's have a look at that one. For that one.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
There's amazing artists out there, and there's amazing programmers out there who can do things that I could never even imagine, and I count you definitely amongst them. I mean, it just blows my mind, really, what you're coming up with. I just look, this city generation that you're doing, the fact that this is on hold is going to make me cry myself to sleep. Okay, and I accept that it's on hold because you're doing other exciting stuff as well, and you need to clone yourself. Have you worked out how to clone yourself yet, Ali?
Yeah, we're working on that.
Can someone in chat give me an exclamation mark dungeon architect, please? Because this is ridiculous. Seriously, it's $95 on the asset store, currently 50% off, $47.50. If it is worth in the hundreds from what it can do, I am shocked. Honestly, to my core, and people listening to go, you just get a grip. No, I am seriously shocked. Look what these things say. What were these samples? If I go to the samples, this just scrolls and never ends. Side scroller, grid. Let's do this side scroll. I'm going to go and click on that one. Open this scene. Click play. Can it also place NPCs? You could spawn. You do your spawning. We saw him. He was spawning the enemies. It was spawning the enemies in the other thing. We saw it earlier, and that's what it did. The graph. The graph was saying, I was going. My enemies are going to be less at the beginning and more at the end, or invert it and have more enemies at the beginning and less enemies towards my magical treasure that they're going to get to. And now, if I rebuild this, give a different seed. Blip, 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 and then go build again. Blip. Is it not doing it? What have I done? Oh no, because I'm in this way here. Go like here. And go build. Ah! Why is it not doing it? Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. You can't see what I'm doing. I can't see what you're doing. I'm now destroy a dungeon.
Right, so this is a very basic example, but when you add art assets to it, you can do. So the like I said, I'm working on a new system where you can use this snap system with the GridFlow as well. So I'm working on a side scroller demo as well for that. It's like really detailed, and you have NPCs, locks, teleporters, and all that good stuff.
Oh. 96. What's the biggest thing you've spawned?
You can go on the graph that you've seen previously. The demo graph in this is very small. You can just go ahead and bump that number up. So if you open the dungeon flow graph.
Dungeon flow.
In the configuration.
Here it is.
In the configuration, just click on the.
Yep, I'm in. It's a bit laggy. It's a bit delayed.
It's just a very small graph. So
how do I make it big?
You have to specify a few rules that allow it to grow. Just drop in a bunch of other rooms from there. You see the debug room node down there in the node list.
So what? Should I drag it in?
Not there. Yeah, just drag in the RHS graph. On the RHS graph. Yeah, just go ahead and connect it to some stuff. You can automate this with some rules that could be parameterized, not from the main graph. So here's the thing: when you're designing your graph, you need to be mindful of the number of doors that you have added on your rooms. So a graph cannot grow out of. So now in the main graph, center graph, you have 5 outgoing nodes, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you've made it 6.
Yeah.
This is not going to build because the room that we have, the art asset that we have designed, has only 4 rooms on it.
Oh dear.
It has only 4 exits off of it. So
how do I get rid of that line then?
It's not going to.
How do I get rid of these lines? What do I do?
Right click on the border. Yeah. Just right click on.
Ah! I got rid of all of them.
Right click, yeah, and then right click on the.
Okay.
Yeah. So the art asset here that we have for this debug room has only maximum 4 rooms. So while designing it, you need to be mindful of that based on your art assets.
Ah. Is there a theme built
you can
for
have,
PBRs?
So this way you can have shops, you can have teleporters, you can have you can have your boss rooms guarding the treasures or whatever.
Does it also do 2D? Can you do 2D with this?
Yeah, we do have demos for that as well. If you switch to the Jackrabbit demo in the.
I just want to rebuild my dungeon.
Sure.
Wow, look at my dungeon! Look at my dungeon! Look at my dungeon, man! Awesome.
So you can randomize it and then build it again. It will follow the same rules that you have specified, but it will give you a different dungeon. If you have like 10 different rooms, it's going to add more variety to it. This is just a very simple example. You can create some really interesting stuff.
Oh my giddy ass. This is amazing. Oh wow. Okay, we're going to go into now. Where was that 2D?
So I sent you a screenshot of. Yeah, okay.
2D templates coming
If
soon.
you go to the sample, if you go to the samples, there are a bunch of samples already there. You can play with them. Samples. Sample category.
2D Jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit, yeah. You also have one for GridFlow.
Oh my god, this is crazy. Look at my little rabbit. I'm a little rabbit.
So these lines you can get rid of it by changing the settings. This is an anti-aliasing error. So
That's right. I still trust you.
So you can just hold your left mouse button to punch these guys. So the way this works is I have a bunch of petrol points when the dungeon is built. I place a bunch of petrol points, and when the game starts, it's going to build a navigation mesh, and then there's AI that takes over. So these guys are just going to roam around on the petrol paths, and if they spot the player, they come seek you out, and then they're going to wait. And if they lose sight of you, they're going to come to the last known position and then go back to patrolling.
Oh my! You can do 2D, you can do 3D. What can't you do, Ali? You can do everything. You can do the kitchen sink. Wow, let me see what chat's saying, if I missed anything. The man wakes up at 4 a.m. Guess what? He doesn't go to sleep. He wakes up 4 again and starts coding again. Is there a theme built for old Infinity PBR dungeons? I don't know about the old one, but Wizards and Yola, and we did for the Game Jam. I picked up the asset in the store. It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
If you just picked up this asset from the store in the sale, many thanks. You have got yourself a bargain, because it is literally worth hundreds. And he's only selling it for 95, and currently it's a 50% discount, 47.50 on the Unity Asset Store. While you're getting it on the sale, and if you use that other coupon, you get another 5% off. So it's 55% off actually, not 50%. Wow. Crazy. And you've got some presents to give away. We've got 4 copies of Dungeon Architect to give away to 4 lucky winners. Isn't that right, Ali?
Yep, we do.
4 crazy winners who are going to get one of the best assets on the asset store. And we've got Yonderlord Games Chris in the chat, who has an amazing FPS kit called Neo FPS, Neo FPS, and he'll be joining me, Ali, on the 23rd of December on stream, and we'll be looking at Neo FPS, and we'll also be integrating Rayfire. I would love before then to have worked out how to use this to generate some dungeons for it, but I doubt that would happen. But I don't need to, because I'll just load up one of your demos, just change some prefabs and click it, and hopefully it would work. So that would be
that would be interesting. I'll also have a look at at that asset. Sounds interesting.
It's a great asset, Neo FPS, and also we also had another winner today, didn't we? Because Ali, you won a copy of that MMO, but now I know what everyone's saying. You're not allowed to play that MMO until you finished all of your work.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. It looked really nice, by the way. What these folks have created.
It wasn't it? Very impressive.
Yeah.
And they made the it's basically all written from scratch from them.
Mm-hmm.
The networking code, the game, all that stuff is theirs. They haven't used an MMO kit or anything. So hats off to them.
Yeah.
Where's the other demo that you've got? You said there was another 2D demo.
It's up there. It's a 2D demo all the way up.
All the way up to the top. Where would it be?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, cliffs! No. What the heck is this? What?
Yeah, just try that. Why don't you try the game demo?
Sorry, dude. I'm just distracted by this. Cliffs. Wow. Oh my. What?
Yeah, if you press space, you'll get a new dungeon. Space bar for a new dungeon.
Hang on, let's see. Hang on, push space. Let's do that. It's doing it in runtime. It's spawning a new one in runtime. Let's get out of here. Oh my god! Can you open the infinite cave? I will open the infinite cave for you. Infinite cave. Where is it? Infinite cave. Let's have a look.
Oh
So
yeah,
how does this work?
A new experimental feature. What this does is it creates an infinite dungeon. There's no bounds to this, and it will stream in and create new chunks as the player moves around. So you have some on-screen instructions. Right, if you switch over to the scene view, not the game view.
Okay.
If you let the game run and switch over to the scene view.
All right, let's get out of maximize. Put that over there. Go into the scene.
Right, zoom back a bit, and so you see a game object called hit play and drag me.
Okay.
Right, you just zoom all the way out. Zoom all the way out. Even further back up.
Yeah.
Just zoom all the way. Right, so this is a new framework where this would work with most of the dungeons, but it's still a work in progress. But this is what it's capable of. What it does is you can create chunks on the fly, and the ones that are too far away from the player, they get deleted, and the ones that are closer, or the ones that the player has come too close to, they generate asynchronously. So you see, it's not blocking your game, and these items they spawn over multiple frames, so you don't really see a hitch.
But does it remember what the ones were there before, or does it generate now again?
Yeah, it's predictable. So this is the job of the builder, the dungeon builder. It has to create based on the position. So if you move back, it'll make the same dungeon back again.
What about the objects that were in there? Like if
you need a serialization framework for that. So it's something I'm working on. So this is still an experimental thing. But the objects, most probably you will already have it in your, you will have the game state as part of your game development, but I'll provide some APIs so you can save it whenever a chunk is unloading.
Author Chris in Discord was asking earlier which dungeon kit he should be getting, and he was asking it. I said, like, wait till the stream and you'll see if Dungeon Architect will do what you want. And now he's saying, I wonder if I could build the dungeon of my game I want to make with this. Yes, I think you could make any dungeon with this. This is crazy. Oh my god. Alright, where was the other? There's too many. There's too much in this pack. There's too much in this pack. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is. Samples. Right, where was that game one that you said? GridFlow game. Is that the one you want me to open?
You were asking for the 2D demo, right? So let me make it back over here. Yeah, it's on the first category, top of the page. Oh yeah, this one is... Yeah, you can try this out as well. So this is the second one. Yep. So this is a complete game with key lock system, inventory, a minimap. You can go ahead and maximize. And this was created using the GridFlow system that we created. And this is the shop room that I connect to the spawn room. This is the rules I have specified in the
You got a little mini map as well.
Yeah, and if you look down, can you look down on the floor?
Oh.
Look down on the floor.
I'm holding a map in my hand.
Yeah, it's a little like Minecraft. I just added it. So this minimap is rendered on a texture. You can apply it anywhere you like. You want to put it on your cars. So you want to put it on your vehicle. You want to put it on a giant screen. Whatever. It just works. There's fog of war, and there's also a feature where the fog of war would not show unless you have crossed a room. So it's not purely based on distance. Now once you enter this room, the whole room would show up here. Yeah, so you need a key you pick up a key. There's a small inventory, and all of these were created using a theme engine, using a theme graph. And these are supposed to be your NPCs. These are just placeholders. You can put your NPCs over there. Now the GridFlow builder also has something called one-way doors. So they basically restrict access to a certain area. So if you have a locked room that requires you so this is a one-way room. So if you have a room that is locked, some of the doors will be promoted to a one-way door so that you don't bypass that lock and come through another door, right?
Yeah.
So that's where these one-way doors come in. They allow you to pass through only through one way. So you have that feature as well. So this way you're not bypassing the red locked door, and you have to go through that.
Oh my word.
So these are all programmer art, right? You just give this in the hands of an artist, or you buy stuff from the asset store, and I'm sure it'll look much better than what you have here.
I found treasure.
And you can simply swap this out. You can simply swap out the theme graph, and your whole level will just look different.
Oh my word. What I've learned so far, caves don't necessarily have a ceiling. Yeah, I'm not in this isn't the cave one, is it?
You could have a ceiling if you want. Just attach it to the ground node and move it up. So that becomes like a ceiling. So that is all customizable from the theme graph. I can add a sample for it. So there is an indoor sample in the launchpad that shows you how to do that.
Samples. Candy. What's it called? Candy. I like candy. Here's indoor. Here you go, with ceilings. See? There's ceilings on them, you cheeky buggers. Oh. Ali, it's past my bedtime, mate. I would love to stay talking to you for another 2 hours. So I think, you know what this means,
Sure, yeah,
Ali?
yeah.
You know what this means?
Yeah, I had a great time.
You have to come back.
Definitely, I'd love to.
You have to come back, mate. This is. Oh, I am actually. There's a tear in my eye of how happy this. Ladies, thank you for the follow. I am not lying when I tell people how many assets I've bought and looked at and seen, and a lot of them I go, oh, this is really cool. Some stuff, like the other day, Procedure World's Gina Pro, amazing. And the potential on that is mind blowing, and it's got rocks and sperms. And then you can see why this won an award.
Let's have one more.
Thank you for the follow, Sunshine Hour. Oh, this is tremendously amazing, and it is on sale at the moment. So if you're ever thinking of getting it, it's on 50% off.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying up. Well, thank you for waking up so early as well.
It's my pleasure.
Mate, I don't even know how to say goodbye. I don't even know how to say goodbye to you, Ali, because I'm that speechless about how amazing this asset is. I am seriously that. I am not. Normally, people come on, and if it's bad, I'll insult them to their face. If it's good, I will tell them. If there's bugs, we will find them. I'm gonna have to go to bed and dream about you tonight, Ali. I have to tell you. Good night, buddy.
It's been very nice. Good night. It's been really nice talking to you.
Likewise. Bye-bye. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. The name is so misleading. This name is so misleading because people just think it's a dungeon kit. It's not a dungeon kit, at all. It's everything. It's an everything kit. It's not. It's so misleading. The name. It does it a disservice. It does it such a disservice. This should be called. I don't know. Level architect. I don't know what you to call it. Game architect. Call it game architect. Oh. It is. Oh. It's a procedural generation kit. Exactly. But those names don't work well. What was the question? What was your last question? Son Goku, what was your last? Can it create a 3D maze that is, for example, in a skyscraper? What? Oh. Okay, Sengoku, can I change your question? Can I change Sengoku? Can I change your question? Okay. All right, Sengoku. Instead of saying in a skyscraper, can you say in a confined, defined space? Okay. You've got a world within a border. Okay. You've got a set border of width and length. Agreed? And you want to have it vertical. So you want to make vertical levels rather than horizontal levels. This is your question. Can you make procedurally vertical levels? So, yeah, shoot me a message, Afix, shoot me a message on the Discord. Make sure your Twitch and your Discord are linked. So, ! Discord in chat. ! Discord in chat, please. So, oh, hang on. Ali's calling me back to answer this question. Ali.
Hello, hi. Yeah.
So Goku got you a question. Can you make vertical levels?
Sure, you can. You can do that with the. You can do it with the snap builder. So you just you create your assets where your rooms connections they just move up instead of sideways, and it's going to create levels vertically.
See,
and you can also do that with the you can do that with the new system that I'm building. So
the one that's going to come out in a couple of months.
Yeah, I sent you a screenshot by the way.
That's
this side scroller that I'm working on. So that's for Unreal, but I'm going to make something similar for Unity as well. But,
so wait, it's in Unreal at the moment. That's the one that's so it's going to come out in Unreal in a couple of months. How much more time does it need to?
No, it's going to come out in Unreal in a few weeks. And
a few weeks in Unreal.
Then Unity in a few months, maybe 1 or 2 months.
Wow.
Maybe more, I don't know. But
what about Ali? What about
hard part is done?
Could I want to do right? Because Sengoku's not the only one who can ask really specific questions. So this is a follow-up. This is an encore. This is the first time we've ever done an encore, by the way, Ali. You're special. Okay. Let's take Sengoku's example of inside a skyscraper. So you're procedurally generating these snapped rooms, yeah, in this skyscraper, and it goes up. But what about inside that room? I have a procedurally generated air condition unit that I can climb inside.
Yeah, maybe you can try that.
So you generate rooms, and then it will link the rooms by little tunnels of the vents.
You can do that with the theme engine. You can build. So some folks have tried this. You have the snap builder, and inside the snap builder you have these pre-built rooms, right?
Yeah.
These rooms contain another dungeon act, right? So you are going to create a procedural room inside the snap room itself, right? So you build your whatever, like this example of the skyscraper, where you have different floors, so to speak, right? And each floor is connected using the snap builder, and then inside the floor there's another dungeon actor that builds the floor for you. But that requires some work. It's not
easy.
Supported. Yeah, it requires some work because it's not supported out of the box, and something. Maybe I can add that as a sample eventually.
You could. That'd be awesome, mate. Oh, you've done a big mistake now. You know what your big mistake is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be sending you so many questions when I'm doing stuff. I'm going to be sending like 500 questions.
That's all good. It's all good. You can always, I'm always there in Discord every day. You guys can come chat with me.
Oh, give me the link to your Discord and paste your
Discord. I just sent you. And did I send it to you? Yeah, I just sent it to you in the chat.
Where did you send it?
It's just right below the city image that I posted.
Let me scroll down.
In Discord private chat.
Oh, here it is. Yeah,
okay, I'll send it.
I see it, buddy.
So this is valid for a day.
Go on, click it. Inception, a dungeon inside of a dungeon. Exactly. A dungeon inside of a dungeon. Mate, now, look, we're going to have to say goodnight. We can't keep doing this. People are going to talk. My wife's going to get jealous of us.
Alright.
So,
Good night. It's been... Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for being up so early.
Yeah, it's all good.
And I can't wait to have you back on when I can show you what I've made with your things.
Yeah, I'd love to see what you make.
All right, buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.
You get yourself some breakfast.
Yeah. All right, good night, everyone.
Oh my word! What a lovely man! What a lovely man! If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.